Let's see. We are live. We are live. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. We got to talk about this fight, y'all. We got to talk about this fight. Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe. Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders, man. This is going to be a crazy, crazy fight. This is a fight that I've been waiting for a long time. First and foremost, man, I want to say what's up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are excited about the weekend. I know I'm excited about the weekend, man. A good boxing match, man, always excites me. And this weekend is definitely going to be a good fight. Today's Cinco de Mayo, man. Usually Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo. I guess because it fell on a Wednesday, they're going to go ahead and push it to May 8th. But Cinco de Mayo. So you already know what it is, man. Big shout out to my Mexican people out there. You know what I mean? I'm not Mexican, but, you know, I always got to show love to my Latinos out there and my Mexican people out there. And as you know, we got the courses on the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. So if you use discount code CA560, I'm giving 60% off to anybody who goes ahead and picks up a course. You ain't going to want to miss it. And it's featuring none other than the one and only Fast Eddie Chambers. What's good, Eddie? What's good?
Nothing much, bruh. Just working, trying to stay in shape. This pandemic has hit me upside the head with that. So it's just I got to get in the gym, stay in the gym.
Man, you know, staying in the gym is not an issue for me. What's an issue for me is staying on a diet. For whatever reason, in the last 2 years, it's been extremely difficult for me to just stay on a diet, man. It's just discipline. At this point, I have no excuse. It's just discipline. If you can't discipline yourself, that's just what it is, man. I don't know how your diet's been. I know you're pretty strict when it comes to your style of eating, but we're like opposites. I can stay in the gym and you can diet. If I had your diet discipline with my gym ethic, I might be in shape. You know what I'm saying?
That would be both of us if I had, you know. But the only thing is, my diet, and you know, for 90% of people, you know what I mean. There's certain people that are just like they're stuck in it. They don't waver. But the rest of us struggle. Even I struggle at times. But the good thing about me is I can get disciplined and get on when I get on my stuff, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Once I detox, you know what that is, and 20 pounds at least pop right off in about 20 days. So after that, I lock in for a while. You know what I mean? I try to do it every year, so I need it bad right now.
Let me know when you're gonna do it, because I might mess around and try to do it, but you can't do it like when everything's going on. You be wanting to detox when everybody's like, "Yo, we going out, we gonna have some fun, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do a detox," and I'm just like, "Oh, well, thanks for choosing the." You know what I mean, like, why can't you do it in like a time of the year when we're not doing nothing? You like a February. You want to do it in July. You want to do it in the summer when it's been cold.
I want to do it now, like before the summer hits, because obviously I'm fat right now, so I need to get my weight down, and that's a good cheap way to do it. Plus, I know that I'm gonna get 100% healthier, and even though my diet generally is good, I've been messing up because, you know, I've been messing up, but I've been in the gym more, so I'm kind of like balancing it a little bit. But I've been like consistently around 220, and for me, that's like 20 pounds heavier than I want to be. Actually, more like 225.
Yeah. Funny. What's funny is I weigh the same exact thing as you. And when I was an amateur boxer, I fought at 152 and 165. You've always been a heavyweight. You've always been a heavyweight since you. So you're naturally like what guys don't realize about you is like even when you're 200 pounds, you're really lean. Yeah, because your body structure, you're like a real heavyweight, even though you're a smaller heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And like me, I'm like a blown up middleweight. I'm like a James Toney right now when he moved up. You know what I'm saying?
You can easily get down. I mean, I won't say easily. I mean, it's a struggle for everybody. But if you really wanted to, you can get down to 165. You know what I mean? Or 175. Or
I don't know about that.
I got more. Is that what you're trying to say?
But yo, let's move on. Let's get back.
Mhm.
We'll talk about diet. We'll do a whole diet live on another day. I think that's something that's actually a good subject because there's a lot about nutrition that I know and that I know you know, and we can help the people there and help ourselves, maybe motivate ourselves. But this weekend we got the face of boxing since Mayweather retired, I should say, and that's Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders, who's a real guy, a real legitimate guy. I think this is probably the most legitimate guy who Canelo has fought since Triple G, really. You know what I'm saying? I think that, unless I'm missing somebody, I might be. I don't know, because Canelo.
Callum Smith was not bad. I mean, obviously, what's my man's name? Having a hard time. We were in the same stable for a while. 175 pounder. Damn, why can't I remember his freaking name? Kovalev.
Kovalev was to me over the hill though at that point.
Yeah, I mean, but we talking about names.
Kovalev.
Yeah, well, if it was prime, it would have been different.
He's fighting a prime. Well, you know what? I don't know if Billy Joe. He's in his prime, but I would have loved to have seen this fight right after Billy Joe had beat David Lemieux. That's when I feel that this fight should have happened, because after he beat David Lemieux, I mean, he looked fantastic against David Lemieux. Then turns out he tests positive for the enhancement or whatever. I don't really know. I don't know all the details to that, but he really boxed fantastically against David Lemieux, and he's just a really good boxer all in all, man. I mean, we were just going over his resume. He beat Andy Lee. He beat Chris Eubank. He beat who else did he beat? Yeah, he beat some guys who were just going over it. Yeah, he beat him. He beat a lot of guys, man. Let's take a quick look at this real quick. Yeah, who else did he beat?
I can't remember the other guys, but I know he got a what's my man's name? We just talked Willie Monroe. He beat him as well.
He beat Willie Monroe. Hold on, we're just going over it. So let's look at this resume. We got Gary O'Sullivan, who at the time he was, he was 16-0. Chris Eubank, Andy Lee, William Monroe, David Lemieux, Martin Murray, and now he's fighting Canelo Alvarez. Not a bad resume. He's got a solid resume, and he could box.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who nobody really knows about, especially guys over here. Like, we don't say nobody.
Yeah, in the United States, we know about him, but he's not like he's not the way everybody else is.
It's not like a Canelo like we know what Canelo's about. He's the big name. He's the face of boxing, and most people know him. Whereas with this guy, he's kind of like, he's popular. He's done some crazy things. Throwing chicken at people and stuff like that in restaurants. but he's a character. But he can fight. He can box. You know what I mean? And he's a serious threat to Canelo. I do think, though, Canelo is going to end up winning the fight, probably on points. But I mean, don't sleep on Billy Joe. He can box, man. He's not one of those little, those blown up guys. Guys talk about how great they are. He's actually a good fighter. So, he's going to be challenged. He's going to be challenged slightly differently. I feel like, his boxing ability is going to challenge Canelo in a slightly different way. You know what I mean? So we're going to see a different kind of Canelo. Kind of different. He's going to have to think. I think he's going to be seeking destroy a little more. I think Billy Joe is going to box. So obviously he's going to try to box, try to keep distance, keep a little range in between them. Even though Canelo is obviously a real slickster and really good defensively, I still think Billy Joe is going to want to use range a little more. It's going to be a little different for Canelo in a sense. He's going to have to come forward. A little different, I'm saying, because he did the same thing kind of with Kovalev. But I think Billy Joe is a lot better defensively. He's slicker. So it's going to be a different kind of challenge for him. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I really am.
I mean, we got to keep in mind that Billy Joe Saunders is a southpaw.
Yeah, and a southpaw.
He's a southpaw.
I don't know why I didn't bring that up.
He's a southpaw with good feet who could box.
Angles.
Okay, he got skills. And honestly, this is the biggest fight. This is the biggest fight of his career. And I'm really interested to see if he steps up to the plate and does what he's supposed to do. Now, there was an issue with the ring size. I believe that Billy Joe had agreed, said, I don't know all the stipulations, so maybe somebody in the comments can give me the exact facts. I don't want to speak on something as a facts because a lot this stuff been happening so fast that I don't pay attention to everything. I just look at stuff, see it, and I keep it moving. But apparently, Billy Joe Saunders wanted a 20-foot ring, 24-foot ring.
Right.
And Canelo agreed to it. And the next thing you know, there was a 20-foot ring. And then Billy Joe said, listen, if I don't get a 22-foot ring, I'm not fighting you this weekend. And then a big controversy happened, and whatever happened, they agreed. And now Billy Joe says that the ring is no longer issued. They're going to fight. I'm not sure what size ring they agreed on or what size ring it is, but it's very obvious that, like you just said in your analysis, that Billy Joe is going to try to box. Billy Joe is going to try to use his feet, because if he wants the bigger ring, he obviously understands that he's going to be standing in front of a guy like Canelo Alvarez. Now, let me ask you a question from a skill standpoint. As a southpaw, right, boxing a right-handed fighter, a lot of the times, or even the opposite, right, a lot of times when the southpaw attacks, they like to attack with that lead left hand and spin out to their right, which would be the left for righty, right? So you hit me with that straight left hand, you slide this way. Okay?
I do that when I turn southpaw.
Now, with Canelo, he has a fantastic left hook. So, you know, everybody talks about the rear hand being the dominant weapon against the opposite stance. Everybody talks about that straight right hand. But with Canelo having such a devastating left hand, and we know that he wants to beat the lead foot to attack. We know that he wants to. And for the record, guys, we just dropped the course, How to Box the Opposite Stance, which is southpaw versus orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Where we really, really, really went over all this stuff, which Eddie was the demonstrating partner, and he can,
definitely, yeah.
He could basically tell you how deep we went into that course. But anyway, make a long story short, you were trying to beat that lead foot attack with the rear hand so you could slide out the side door. If he slides right into a left hook, could it be?
It could be.
Like that? Because how else is he going to attack Canelo? You know what I mean? He's going to have to try to get that left hand down the pipe.
Or, I mean, he might do the hand fight. He might do the over the top, the tap over. He might be trying to do that with Canelo. But Canelo is slick, man. He might not even have his hands up in the way you would think. He may not even try to fight you with that tap over type thing. So the left and then trying to get that side access it may be.
It plays to Canelo.
It could, but it all depends. I mean, now remember, Canelo can punch. Like, he can knock out 175 pounders just as much as, you know what I mean? So you got to be really careful, and he's really slick. When he has such good hand-eye with his counter punching, it's hard to make. Like, if you make a mistake, like you try to go and you might try to, hit that, throw that lead left and then get in that position, that left hook can be coming super quick, and he might not even expect it. And it could be one of those things where it's like a quick night just based off one little mistake.
Yeah, because you think about it, even Billy Joe has a good jab. The counter to the jab. The counter to that jab, though, is the left hook.
That's what I was. Now this.
So now Billy Joe, let's say he starts off real nice. He's working his jab. He's stepping around. He's landing some shots. It's looking good.
Right.
And Canelo just hit you with one of those sneaky hooks.
It can happen. But my thing is for Billy Joe to stay extremely disciplined. Like when you look at Floyd, if you watch Floyd, how Floyd fought Canelo, he did not come off the discipline. He stuck with it all night. He didn't give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Floyd he stuck to his guns. He did what he was supposed to do to win the fight. If Billy Joe wants to win the fight, he's going to have to be just as focused on it. He's going to be just as cognizant of everything that goes on, what Canelo's doing, what he's trying to do, how he's trying to get closer, and use that ring. You got the 22-foot or 24-foot, whatever hell ring you got. Use the whole goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Make it, but keep him honest. You know what I mean? Don't run. The one thing that I will say, is a lot of times with guys who are being pressured, sometimes they'll just like get on their heels and they'll get on their bike too much. Then it gives the person that is pursuing too much, too much. How do I say something? Too much confidence. You know what I'm saying? Way too much confidence. So now you'll be kind of fighting like the walls closing in on you. You understand what I'm saying? So even though I think it's wise for him to use the ring, I do think at times he needs to step in and throw a couple of shots that let him know that he's going to be there.
Yeah, he got to earn his respect. He has to earn his respect. And you know what? And I really believe that Billy Joe is going to earn his respect if he, like you said, doesn't get clipped early. If he doesn't get clipped or get hit with one shot, which I can see that very much being the case, a case where Billy Joe is showing a really good assessment of himself, and then the fight's just over, and you're just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it the other way around. I can't see Billy Joe clipping Canelo with one shot, only because Canelo has shown that when he fought Triple G that he has a solid chin. And he could take a shot. When he fought Floyd, he got hit all night. You couldn't miss him. and he, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what I'm saying is he held his own chin. So I think he has a solid chin. But we don't know about Billy Joe. Billy Joe is undefeated too. Right. We don't know what he's willing to endure. You know, I think that this is one of those situations where we know what Canelo has. We don't know what Billy Joe has yet.
And I think, but that can also play into Billy Joe's hands. Even with Canelo, like you can watch all the film in the world, and it really ain't gonna 100% prepare you what you're gonna be facing in the ring. He could come in the ring with something completely different than what he would what you would have expected. And that's the thing about a guy like Billy Joe. He's known, but he's not that known. Now Canelo and them are really paying attention because Canelo has to keep this thing going. You got to keep the train moving. But there's a lot of people out there that are really uncertain. And even with Canelo, I mean, there's certain things that he just doesn't know. He's never been in the ring with him. He's a southpaw. He's a rangy fighter, good boxer, nice angles, has ability.
And we already seen Canelo had trouble with southpaws. He had trouble with Lara.
But Lara's
a bad boy, though. Let's not get.
And
Lara's a bad boy.
He can crack harder than people give him credit for.
Did you see what he just did to Thomas Lamano over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my God. You know what's crazy is Thomas Lamano wanted me to work with him. And unfortunately, I was very busy and I couldn't take the job. You know, but man, he ends up getting cracked with that shot. And I felt so bad because, you know, Thomas is a friend of ours and you know, I hate to see him, but at the end of the day, you're fighting a guy like Lara. Lara is really like the pinnacle of boxing. You know, he's an Olympian. He's a Cuban boxer who's been proven in Cuba and then comes here and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be ashamed.
He's elite.
He's elite. I mean, he literally beat Canelo in some people's eyes. I'm not saying he did, but in some people's eyes, he beat Canelo, and we're all considering Canelo the face of boxing. So it just tells you how good that guy really is.
My percentage is very low. It's about to go off on you.
Okay, all right. So since you're about to go off,
I wish I can like stop.
I mean, you can always charge up and come back because I'm gonna stay on with the people for a while. If you want to chime back in, what's your prediction?
Canelo on points for sure. Canelo on points, but Billy Joe gonna give him a run for sure.
So you got a Canelo on points.
Canelo points because Billy Joe ain't gonna be there to be knocked out. Damn.
Okay, all right, bro. Do your thing, man. Charge your phone up and come back, man, if you want. All right. All right. Well, Eddie's over there having some technical difficulties. Let me go ahead and remove Eddie. But yo, people, I just put my StreamYard information right there. If you want to chime in, I'm talking to the people. I want to hear what your guys' predictions are. Listen, this is going to be a really, really good fight, a tactical fight. This is one of those boxing matches that you should be excited for. Like, and I'm not here to promote, and I'm not Canelo Alvarez. This is Coach Anthony. I had the logo first. Right? Listen, you might not believe me, but listen, this is going to be one of those boxing matches that, you know what I mean, you don't want to miss. And I say that because this is a real boxing match. You got two guys who really, really could fight. Really, really could fight. And I'm really excited, man. Let me go ahead and see who's in here and say some names. Big shout out to Kevin. Big shout out to Dravik. Big shout out to Juan Alvarez. You related to Canelo? Big shout out to Lamar Capital K Melendez, Grind Training. What's going on? What's good? Liamsey, I hope I said that right. You know what I'm saying? Romeo, you know what I mean? Peter, yeah, what's good, Peter? Caesar, Juan, you know what I'm saying? People, big shout out to you guys, man. You know what I mean? Muhammad, I see you. Angelo, I see you. What's your guys' predictions, man? I need to know, man. I need y'all to talk to me. I need you guys to talk to me, man. Drop your predictions. Let me see. And if you want to chime in, get in here, man. I put the link information in. Don't be scared. Get in here. Let me know what you guys are thinking, man. As for me, it's gonna be real hard for me to go against Canelo. And I say that because Canelo Alvarez, it just got the crazy momentum. You know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez got the crazy momentum right now. My other opinion is that I think that it's going to be very difficult for Billy Joe to overcome everything he's fighting. Not only is he fighting Canelo, you know what I'm saying? He's the B-side. You know, he's got to fight the judges. You know what I mean? He's got to fight just the mental pressure of knowing you're in the ring with a superstar. And he hasn't been as active as Canelo. So, in my opinion, it's going to be very difficult for Billy Joe. But if anybody could beat Canelo, he's one of those guys. Let me go ahead and see what the comments is looking like over here. We'll go ahead and no one wants to box. Let's see here. What's the prediction? I gotta go back. I would rather see Benavidez or Crawford, but he ain't ready for them type of fighters. Who? Who's that? Canelo ain't ready for who? Canelo is a developing boxer. He gets better every fight. It really boils down to the coaching. If the coach tried the same old stuff, is working. If the coach tried the same old stuff and is working their pro career, then they can keep that same regimen. It's easier to game plan. He brings something new every way. Yes, he definitely has improved for sure. But at the end of the day, every fight's different. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Randy Willard, man. What's going on, man? That's my man for Instagram. Randy, you know, Billy Joe Saunders is just a different fighter. Yo, Randy, get in here, man. Let me talk to you in here, man. I'm gonna put my link, man. Get in here, man. I want to see what you got to say. Billy Joe Saunders finna get robbed. It's possible. It's possible. Do you want to see Canelo and Triple G fight for the third time? Honestly, no. I really don't. I don't want to see that fight. Honestly, and the reason I say that is I don't feel like I'm just wore out, man. You know, like I remember when I used to watch guys like Barrera and Eric Morales just keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting. And after a while, it's like, damn, man, Pacquiao Marquez. After a while, you know what I mean? And I don't want that to happen with Triple G and Canelo. I would like to see Canelo give guys chances like the Charlo brothers. I like to see him fight guys like Bubo Andrade. You know, Billy Joe, who he's fighting this Saturday. That's a good pick. You know, let's go ahead and keep it rotating. We already seen that 2 times. Those guys are really, really evenly matched. And let's just let it be like that. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? Hey, brother, great content. God bless you. It's hard to pick against Canelo Alvarez, but Billy Joe Saunders is a bad boy. I'm not sure. That's exactly how I feel. I can't really like completely count out Billy Joe, but like you said, Canelo Alvarez right now is just very, very, very difficult to go against. Billy Joe is a great fighter, great boxing mind. Billy Joe, remember Canelo is no killer, just a man with gloves. I kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah, man. Everybody got a chance in this game, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to look at how things are playing out in the sport. This is still a sport. Activity is key. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that activity is key. And that's one of the main things. I mean, Canelo has been very active, very active. You know what I'm saying? Canelo in the 8th or 9th round. Billy Joe is fast-handed, moving boxer. He's not going to stand in there and trade. Well, he might be forced to. You know what I'm saying? He might be forced to at some point. And that's what we're going to have to find out, I'm a Canelo fan, but honestly, Billy Joe came ready and prepared. He can give Canelo problems. Honestly, though, we'll still see a great night of boxing, no matter, though. Team Canelo, God bless you. Oh, yo, big shout out to you, man. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be a great night of boxing. Who is the biggest threat to Canelo, in your opinion? In my opinion, for Canelo, I always said Boo Boo Andrade. I always say Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade would be the biggest problem due to the fact that he's a tall, rangy boxer who could fight his ass off. But they've been, not crossing paths for so many years. It just depends on how much Andrade has left. But I personally always felt that he was the biggest threat, once Canelo started to move up in weight. You know what I mean? And I don't know if we'll ever see that fight. I've seen Canelo take serious shots and keep coming. Saunders may also, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, that's for sure. That's the same thing I was telling Eddie earlier. I was telling Eddie that Canelo has proven that he has a chin. You know what I'm saying? He's proven that already. He fought Triple G. He got hit a hell of a lot when he fought Floyd Mayweather, despite if you guys think Floyd has power or not. He got hit a lot. And he has a solid chin. You know what I'm saying? He fought Lara, got caught with some good shots. Solid chin. We don't know what Billy Joe has yet against a top level guy like that. So we're going to find out. Canelo has great discipline. Canelo is smaller. Lennox willing to box and get dirty in the clinch. Canelo is smaller. Lennox? I'm not sure what Lennox means. Willing to box or get dirty in the clinch. Who do you rate as Billy Joe's best win? That's a good question, man. I personally think it was well, honestly, it depends, because Andy Lee was good, Eubank was good, Lemieux was good. Well, Lemieux was punching, but the way he completely dismantled Lemieux, it was just a fantastic, fantastic performance. But then again, he also got popped on the performance enhancement. So I don't know if you take that win away from him. But Billy Joe got some good wins. And even when he fought his most recent guy, the Argentinian kid, man, that was a real good fight as well. Canelo is too on point. I think Billy Joe Saunders might hold up his own and surprise us. In the best case scenarios, it will go the distance. There's no chance he losing on the cards. I mean, it's going to be very hard to beat Canelo on the cards. It's going to be very hard to beat Canelo on the cards. But at the same time, man, I can't see Billy Joe clearly winning a clear decision against I can't see Billy Joe, even on his best performance, clearly beating Canelo. So it's going to be close. And if it's close, we already know who they're going to give it to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. What I could see, though, I can see Billy Joe doing very well and then getting caught with one punch. I could see that too. You know what I'm saying? I could see him just, doing this thing and then boom, good night. And then you'd be like, damn, he was doing good. He was winning. And look what happened. I could see that too. I mean, it's playing out a few different ways in my head. But I definitely give a real good edge to, classical boxing to Billy Joe. I think that Billy Joe's going to present a lot of problems. He's going to keep him turning. He's going to make Canelo frustrated in spots. But, like I said, still hard to go against Canelo, man. Just very, very, very difficult, man. I think Canelo versus Billy Joe will be kind of like Canelo-Cotto fight. I don't know about that. I think that the way Billy Joe fights is going to present more trouble than Cotto did. Cotto was a little bit more smaller. He was orthodox. He wasn't a southpaw. I don't see it playing out like that. I see it going a little differently than that. What do you think about Plant's chances against Canelo? I think that Caleb Plant got a real good chance because Caleb Plant is naturally bigger. He's a good boxer, really, really good boxer. Um, like I said, a heavier guy naturally than the guys who Canelo's been accustomed to fighting, other than, of course, his most recent fights. But I think that Caleb Plant is young, he's hungry, and he's a threat. And I don't know if that fight's going to happen. Canelo has been active. Look what happened in the Lopez versus Loma fight. Loma's been out the ring. Yeah, I mean, Canelo been very active, and that's going to be an edge for him this weekend, for sure. Definitely. You know what I mean? So, yo, man, I put the link here. Seems like y'all scared to get in here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it one more opportunity for you guys to get in here and chop it up with me. I want to hear you. I want to see your face, man. I want to see what you really, how you really feel. But, yeah, guys, my prediction, man, is going to be a great fight. I'm leaning toward Canelo only because of what we already know. I'm leaning toward Canelo only because of what we already know. But Billy Joe, listen, if this fight would have happened the moment that Billy Joe just beat Lemieux, I think I would have picked Billy Joe Saunders. That's how much I like Billy Joe. I would have picked him at that moment. But the fact that the years have went on, and the fact that Canelo has been active, and I haven't seen Billy Joe as active, and he's had these troubles that he's been dealing with, you know what I mean? That's what makes me say, I don't know if I can go with Billy Joe anymore. But had he fought Lemieux, came right back, fought Canelo, at that moment, I would have gave it to Lemieux. I mean, to Billy Joe. So it's just like timing. Timing is everything in this sport. You know what I'm saying? Timing is everything in this sport. And I just think that right now the timing, is for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got somebody. Mr. 911. Okay, you got some guts, man. These guys are scared to get in here, man. Big shout out to you. What's going on? What's your prediction?
Nah, I'm thinking Canelo, man. Canelo for the win. And like that comment said, Canelo has been active. Look at what Loma did. He's been so unactive. And I think Canelo for sure. Actually, I'll be at the fight.
You going to it?
I'll be at the fight.
You got extra ticket?
Nah, I don't. But yeah, I'll
No,
be
okay.
at the fight.
All right, that's what's up, man. How you got him winning? What's your final prediction? How you got him winning?
I think Billy Joe Saunders is gonna tire out, and it's gonna be in the later rounds.
It's gonna be in the late rounds. So it's gonna be a
Yeah,
stoppage.
I think so. I think so, man. I don't see
Okay,
him knocking him out because he's slick and he'll do his thing. But I think it will be a stoppage.
okay. All right, man. Well, thank you very much, man, for chiming in.
Take care. God bless, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, brother. There he goes, Coach.
What's up, man?
Talk to me, man. Let me hear your professional coaching opinion, man. Talk to me, man.
Well, I watched some Billy Joe Saunders fights, and I just don't think he's got the footwork and he gets too low when he fights. You know what I mean? He slouches his back, and Canelo already knows how to beat taller guys. So his ability to cut off the cage. I know Billy asked for a bigger ring, so he can utilize footwork. But we already seen Canelo already cut guys off. My opinion in this fight, though, is Saunders is tough, and he could box, and he throws good body shots, and he moves around. My Just watching his fights, though, as the rounds go on, I feel like Saunders admires his punches a little too much. He'll
Mm-hmm.
throw a couple shots, and then he'll kind of just stand there and wait for like a counter puncher. But he doesn't get in like a defensive stance. You know what I mean? He'll throw his shots, and then he'll kind of just stand there, slouched over. I feel like later in the rounds, Canelo might have a little issue early, but it's just going to be kind of more of like a feeling out process, catching the range, the distance, what Saunders is doing. You know what I mean? But if he tries to get on his bicycle and move around Canelo, he's only, one thing about boxing is defense does not win fights. So if you're going to be on your bike and moving around, you got to be landing shots, and it's hard to hit Canelo because when he's walking you down, he's slipping the jab and coming over with the right hand, or he's slipping the cross and coming back with a left hook. It's hard to hit him. I mean, Canelo's been hurt early in his career. He's older now. His defensive skills have gotten so much better, and his power is unmatched. I mean, for his height, his reach, he knows how to land on taller guys. He knows how to box shorter guys. So
How much
his
taller?
ability,
How much taller is Billy Joe than Canelo?
I think he's only like 2 or 3. He's not very much taller, I don't think.
I'm
But
about to look this up real quick. He's
yeah,
5'11". He's
I think he's
5'11", so
5'11".
he's 2 inches
2 inches.
tall.
He's got a little bit more reach. So I feel like even more. I think even more Canelo's going to be able to cut him off. So you can't miss against Canelo because he's so quick to counter and he knows where to put his punches. You know what I mean? He's not just like ducking his head down and throwing. He knows what he's looking for. So early in the rounds, you see Canelo kind of just jabbing, pop, pop, pop. He takes his time. He's timing things off the jab. So I feel like when Saunders watching his fights as he gets later into the rounds, I feel like he's slouching and put a lot more weight on that front foot, and he'll pop, pop, throw a shot, and then he'll kind of just stay there leaning forward. Canelo's going to catch him with a hook, is my guess, some sort, and hurt him. So I don't think it's going to go to the championship round. Saunders is tough, and he's a good boxer, and anything can happen in the fight game. And we, as coaches, you know that. You know, the guy might not look like he's got power. He might not match well, but you know, they say styles make fights. Somebody who unexpectedly could come in and just beat Canelo that we'd never expected. But watching this and watching videos, I watch boxing videos all the time, especially when upcoming fights are coming. I like to know who's who, who's in, and you know who people are watching. But like I said, I just feel like Saunders he just puts a little bit too much weight on that lead foot when he's boxing later in the rounds, and he gets to a point where he'll just kind of stand there. He'll throw, boom boom. He'll throw a couple good shots, and then he'll have all that weight on that front foot. He doesn't get back. You know, boxers when they rock, when they hit boom boom boom, they don't. You teach them how to rock. I don't think he rocks enough to play defense or play counter. Who knows?
All right, so give me your final prediction. How's it gonna end? What round? So then so we can have your exact honest. So when it happens, I can go ahead and play this back and be like, "Yo, he was on the money. Yo, he was on the money." He said,
I think Canelo's going to figure him out kind of early, and realize I just don't think I don't think Saunders has the power. So I'm gonna pick the 7th round. I think the 6th round Canelo will pick things up and realize, okay, I can hit him anytime I want now. And then 7th round, I think he'll TKO him. I don't know.
So you got a 7th round TKO Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, I just don't see many people beating Canelo right now. And the most important thing that I teach my boxers, and I see that you teach as well, is developing. It's always, you're working the same thing and you work it a bunch and you get good at it. Then you start working something else and you get good at it. If you're not learning every time you walk into the gym, I mean, you're only going to be as good as, you see a lot of top fighters get to that top 10 in the world, but they just can't get over that hump because they stick with the same coach, or this coach isn't developing. They're not willing to develop or try new things with their fighters. You know what I mean? It's always about developing your fighters instead of, this worked last time, so let's do it on here. Canelo trains, he strategizes for his fighters. You know what I mean? He doesn't go in with this. I landed a left hook last time, so I'm gonna work this left hook again. They study tape like you're supposed to, and they develop a game plan. But as him, he's developed so much as a boxer that he can just make these adjustments. His coach could say something and he already knows. So there's not many boxers today that you see. I mean, there is if you really follow boxing a lot, but to the naked eye, to a casual fan that watches, they don't understand that, a developing fighter, just really good with speed, or they don't have the accuracy. They just throw a bunch of fast punches, or, Canelo's just too developed. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think he's going to lose anytime soon. There's some big punchers out there, but he's just tough to hit. He creates good angles. He's very defensive, counter, and when he wants to put on offensive, when he wants to turn it on, I mean, guys just crumble. He might run into a guy that's tougher than him, and that's a fight that I can't wait to see. But I just don't see it in this fight. I
All
think,
right, brother.
yeah.
Well, thank you for chiming in, and I got you on Instagram. If he knocks him out, TKOs him in the 7th round, I will personally shout you out for being on the money. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I need another day or two to process
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I like watching.
I like watching the build up a little bit. You know what I mean, to the fight before I make my pick. I want to know how they're.
Oh, so you don't. So this ain't your official pick.
Well,
you better let me know, man.
On here, I'm gonna pick now, but I like to see. You know, the walkout is a big thing. I like to know what their energy's like when they're walking out. If they're bouncing around or if they're kind of just, not really. I mean, if I'm picking right now, it's Canelo, 7th round TKO.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Hey, good job on your fighters, man. I really respect what you're doing, and you're a really great coach, one of the best. And I watch your content all the time, man. It's great. If anybody's watching this and they haven't watched it, you need to go to Coach Anthony's world-class boxing YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, and just, learn something new, learn something old, the old tricks, the new tricks, and nothing but,
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Take care.
Right. You too.
Yo, Punch Drunk, where you at, man? Get in here, baby. Get in here. I need you. But yeah, man, I see my boy right there, Marshall Schreiber. My boy Marshall Schreiber, man. This kid right here is one of the most talented kids I ever trained in my life. If I could just, get him to dedicate 100%, you know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all check out Marshall Schreiber on Instagram. That's his Instagram, just like how you see it right there. Let's see. Holla from Egypt. Coach Anthony, you are a legend. I respect you, brother. Thank you, man. I respect you, too. I respect everybody, especially if you show love. You know what I'm saying? Can Marshall join the live? Of course he can. Get in here. Listen, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the link right there in the chat. It's up to you guys to click on it and get in here. Okay? It's up to you guys, all right? To click on it and get in here. Talk to me, man. I want to hear these predictions. Where my Billy Joe people at, man? Where is my Billy Joe Saunders fans at? If you a Billy Joe Saunders fan, get in here, man. Because listen, you guys got a voice too. This ain't the Canelo show. All right, this is the boxing prediction show. And I need to hear where my Billy Joe Saunders people is at, man. I know everybody in here ain't picking Canelo. You can't, because this is that good of a fight. You can't just be like, yo, yeah, Canelo, yeah, bro. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Billy Joe could fight. Yo, Coach Anthony, I fuck with your content heavy. Can I send you merch? Yes, you can send me merch. Hit me up on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. Make sure you put in there that you message me tonight on my live so I can go ahead and see it. I get a whole lot of DMs, man. Like, a lot. Trust me. So just be a little patient with me. But I try to get back to everybody in due time. Right here, I am picking Billy Joe. All right, man. Big shout out to you, man. Get in here, though, man. I put the link. Get in here. I want to hear why you picking Billy Joe. All right, I got somebody coming in here right now. Add to stream. J2S Smooth or J2 Smooth. What's good, baby?
Not much, bro.
What you hiding? You got the camera on. You got
my phone's fucked up. That's why. Excuse my language. No.
What's good? Talk to me.
Not much, man. So hey, man, I respect you a lot. First of all, I just want to tell you, I think you're one of the greats, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
But as far as the Canelo and Billy Joe fight, I haven't seen, but I've watched some of Billy Joe's fights, but I think Canelo's got the edge just because he's fought probably better opponents.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
He fought the bigger names, yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but
he got the better resume. Yeah, he fought Floyd. He fought Triple G twice. I mean, yeah, for sure. He has the better resume.
Especially after he fought Floyd, I feel like his fight, his game pretty much just kind of elevated after the Floyd fight, I think, too.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Everybody says that he's gotten better over there, but I have a little bit of an opinion there. See, before Canelo fought Floyd, everybody loved Canelo. I was a big fan of Canelo before he fought Floyd. Like, this guy, this kid. Then he fought Floyd. Then Floyd made him look basic. Now he goes and he fights other fighters, and they're like, "Whoa, look how much he's improved." No, it's just that he fought Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Floyd made him look, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
just like a regular fighter.
I've been telling people that Floyd Mayweather was, you know, one of the best ever since, you know, years ago. And I just think that he's never gotten the credit because of his flashiness, always showing off jewelry and being the bad guy. But when Floyd Mayweather is no longer here, when Floyd Mayweather is no longer, watch everybody and their mother say that was one of the best, if not the best. But, you know, it's easy to hate on a guy when he's always showing off what he has. But in reality, man, Floyd Mayweather made Canelo look like a basic fighter. And then Canelo went right back to being a great fighter when he fought everybody else, because nobody else is as good as Floyd in this era. You know what I mean?
True.
That's my opinion on that, you know? But who you, so how you got it going? How you got it ending?
Man. I think if he don't get Billy Joe Saunders like by 6, then it's gonna be all the way, like it's gonna be a decision. Canelo.
So you got Canelo decision.
Decision, yeah.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for chiming in. I appreciate the love and support.
It's good talking to you.
All right, champ. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Uh-oh.
Is this Coach Anthony?
Yes, it is. Where you at, man? What's up, man?
Yo, my fault. I'm driving, so if the audio is not, it's not good. It's my fault.
Oh, you driving? Damn, where you going, man? It's 10:44. Where you going?
It's Cinco de Mayo, man. I'm gonna get some moonshine, man. I'm gonna get some moonshine. You already know, Coach Anthony, pound for pound, the best trainer, world renowned. Let's go, man. Mr. Moonshine, aka El Sazón, El Adobo, El Borracho.
Oh, man. So, yo, talk to me. Who you got? How you got the weekend going? Hey, guys, I'm putting the link in there, man. Get in here, man. After my man Moonshine pull off to his little party. But who you got?
First and foremost, shout out to Keyshawn Davis. He's gonna be on the undercard. So,
who's the undercard? Real quick, who's on the undercard?
Yo, I don't know the full undercard. I know that Keyshawn Davis is gonna be fighting. So I think that's his 3rd professional fight. I'm not sure who else is gonna be on the undercard, but I got Billy Joe.
Uh-oh. Breaking up. Breaking up. Come back in when you good. Yeah, people. Yeah, people. So as you can see, man, this is a very pro Canelo crowd right now, with good reason. With good reason. No disrespect to Canelo, because I'm a Canelo guy also. But, man, I'm very surprised, man, that I don't got more Billy Joe guys. Hold on. We got somebody. I got Saunders, unanimous decision. All the improvement Canelo made, he still has slow feet, and Saunders has great feints. Okay, well, there you go. I really believe that this is a 60-40 fight. If you had to go ahead and put a percentage on it, 60-40 for Canelo due to the recent activity. Not due to a separation and skills and all of that. It's just, remember, the rest is the rust. If you're not constantly boxing, if you're not constantly honing your craft, you eventually get rusty and your skills aren't the same. You're not as sharp as you used to be. That's why it's so important to be constantly fighting. You know what I'm saying? You always got to train. You always got to fight. If you're an active boxer, and for all my guys out there who are amateur boxers, you know, that's why this coronavirus really sucked, because a lot of guys have to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? And when you're sitting around, you're not working on your skills. You know what I mean? And it kind of, you know, you get a little bit, you know what I mean? When you try to come back, it ain't the same. And that's what I'm saying. Canelo has been constantly fighting. He just fought. And I think right before he just fought. So, you know, Canelo's like constantly in that ring working on his craft. That means he's not taking a lot of time off of the gym. That means he's not out there partying too hard. If he does like to party, he's constantly training. He's constantly focusing on being the best boxer today, the biggest superstar. He probably has the best nutritionist. He probably has the best strength and conditioning coaches. Obviously, his boxing team, his skills team, Eddie Reynoso and them guys are doing a fantastic job with him. They did a fantastic job with him, you know, before this, and they kept them going. So, I mean, you're talking about a guy who's taking his craft very, very, very serious. And Billy Joe, unfortunately, has been like this. You know, he's kind of been like this, you know, like Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? You go up, down, back up. And now he's like somewhere like we don't know where he's at right now. So we're going to find out this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out this Saturday. You speak facts. Respect, Coach A. Thank you, brother. Old school boxers are great. Now boxers are all bark, no bite. I halfway agree. You know what I mean? So these new boxers, they serious, but it's a business now. And I just think that what you have to remember is back in the day, things were different in boxing, but the business was different. Boxers were getting taken advantage of way more back in the day than they are now. Now the boxers got a voice because you got social media. Now the boxers got options where they can say, well, hold up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, it sucks for the fan. It sucks for the fan because you got the fans who want to see the best fight, the best. Remember, the fighters don't control that. It's their promoters. And also, you can't take advantage of guys the way you used to. There's too much information for guys to say, whoa, we're not doing that. We're not fighting for that amount. We're not doing that. So the game is a little bit different now. It's more business, but with good reason. You know, think about all the fighters that are brain dead. Think about all the fighters who died. Think about that. Like, think about when's the last time, no disrespect to you guys, but when's the last time you sent a contribution to a fighter who was brain dead? You know what I'm saying? You have to think about these things and say, well, does it make sense for these guys to fight each other and get seriously hurt, fighting these hard fights back to back? And then what happens when they can't fight no more? What happens when they get hurt? All right, forget them. Who's the next hot fighter? You see what I'm saying? So boxing's a business now. You got to respect it, but I do see where you're coming from. I watch all your boxing videos. I've learned that left hook. All right, that's what's up. Durant says great boxers, less money. Billy was fluffy as hell a month ago. Canelo was always in condition. See, I didn't even know that. See, if he was fluffy a month ago, that means he cut a lot of weight. I don't know. If you're right about that, it's not a good sign. Billy Joe Saunders, unanimous decision. Bet on it. Ooh, that's a tough bet. You got merch we can buy. Yes, I do. I got Coach Anthony, like these light sweaters. I actually got a bunch of them here that I need to get rid of, and some Boxing Life shirts. You know what I mean? The Boxing Life shirts. So if you go to the Coach Anthony website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com, you can check all that stuff out. Remember Gerald. Yes, exactly. Gerald McClellan, perfect example. Did anybody in this chat send money to Gerald McClellan's family? You see what I'm saying? Like, you get hurt, and then it's like, well, guys, boxing is a business. Respect it, man. This ain't no game, man. This is serious. Coach Anthony, stop with that promoter BS. Errol Spence could make Al Heyman make the Crawford fight. Elite fighters are the ball. Stop it. See, you see what it says right there on the top of your name? American boxing fan. See the fan part? That's what you have to remember. You the fan. You don't know nothing about boxing, my man. That's not how it works. All right, that's not how it works. All right, behind the scenes is a business. You have to learn the game before you come on here talking about that. That's not how it goes down. It's about money. It's can you put people in the seats? Is it worth it? You hear me? Let's go ahead and bring my man back in here. What's going on, baby? Talk to me.
Yo, I'm good now? Or
Yeah, I hear you. What's good?
so yeah, I think that Bill Saunders is gonna set the tone. I do feel like he had a fat camp rather than a real 10-week camp for the hardest fight of his career. But I do think that he's smart enough that he needs to set the tone. He needs to sit on his punches. He needs to, he wanted the big ring, but I think he needs to use the footwork, but he needs to be like a yin yang fighter, and he needs to be on the inside, set the tone, and then work your way out as well. And I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to pick him apart in the middle rounds, but I think that he's gonna have success in the early rounds. Kind of like I see it like a Kell Brook and Earl Spence. Like Kell Brook was doing good in the beginning, but then Earl came back in the back end and then stopped him. I see it like that.
So you got Canelo winning what round?
I got 11th round stoppage.
For Canelo.
Yeah, for Canelo Alvarez.
In a back and forth seesaw type battle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On the 11th round, so how close are the scorecards going into the 11th round? How close are the scorecards?
I could see it like 6-3,
6 rounds for Canelo, 3 rounds. So you're giving Billy Joe around 3 rounds going into the 10th or 11th round, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Canelo's winning most of the fight, but Billy Joe's having his moments. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but his moment's gonna come out early. I think he's gonna come out blazing. That's how I feel.
Okay. Yo, listen. That's a good, solid assessment. I can't say that I can't see that. I can't say that I can't see that. Lost, there you go. You back?
Yeah, so I think that you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have success in the beginning, and Canelo Alvarez is gonna pace himself, and because he's gonna cut off the ring. Canelo Alvarez is well seasoned. He fought 3 times in the span of 5 months.
I'm here. You going in and out. Pause.
Hey, yo. I'm good or no?
Yeah, you good.
So yeah, yeah. So I just see it like that. I see it like a fill round for Canelo Alvarez, and then Canelo Alvarez is gonna, you know what I'm saying, cut off the ring, go to the body. I think the body's gonna be a shot. I think that's gonna be his approach, in my opinion. Because a lot of people forget about Canelo Alvarez's footwork too. He showed it in the first Triple G fight. Canelo Alvarez right now, he's at his peak where his intellect and athletic abilities coexisting at the highest level. I think right now nobody's beating Canelo Alvarez right now. I don't see nobody.
Right. Well, hey man, that's good. I can't disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't disagree with you. I'm not saying that I'm fully agreeing that that's how it's gonna go, because I'm not sure yet. I gotta think about this some more. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for the next 2 nights? I'm gonna actually, while I'm laying in my bed, I'm gonna go ahead and watch Billy Joe fights just to get one last real feel about how I see the fight going. But the way you just said it, I can see it happening just like that.
I do think the myth, though, not the myth, but I think where people have a misconception is that Billy Joe Saunders got no power. I think he does have decent power. When he sits down in his punches, he does hurt his opponent, but he's not a killer. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he sits down on his punches early and let Canelo Alvarez feel his power early, then the way that Canelo Alvarez is going to break him down, he's going to take his time breaking him down, because Canelo Alvarez also struggled with southpaws, you know? Everybody knows. So I don't think he's a great trainer, but I haven't seen his fighters dominate southpaws, in my opinion. So
Right. Yeah, man. Well, listen, man, this is just one of those hard fights to pick, only because we don't know which Billy Joe's showing up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes this a difficult fight to pick.
let me ask you a question. What do you think about Texas? Because Texas is known for you gotta bang. Like, you just ain't gonna tippy-toe your way to victory in Texas. So this is why I believe that Saunders have to take it to Canelo Alvarez. If he thinks he's gonna have like trying to outbox him on the outside, I don't think it's gonna work in Texas. You don't get them decisions in Texas. What you think about that?
I don't know so much about Texas. I just know that he's in the ring with Canelo. And when you were in the ring with Canelo, I can't see you tippy-toeing to a victory easily no matter what you do. You're fighting the cash cow, you know what I'm saying? So for me, he could be fighting in the UK, and I still give an edge to Canelo when it comes to the judges. So, you know, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
you're saying he's gonna be forced to fight.
He's gonna have to really win. Like for him to beat Canelo, he's gonna have to not only win, but win very, very impressively. It can't be close. It can't be close, you know? And I don't think it's gonna matter where he's at. Unless, you know, they know something we don't know. But I just can't see Billy Joe edging a decision in a close fight over Canelo. I just can't see it. No matter what state, country they in. Canelo's just too big of a star.
I see that as well. I see that as well. But he could pop the jab. Let's not forget Kovalev had a lot of success with the jab. I think that he could take a little bit of what Kovalev did, in my opinion, and I think he's gonna rehydrate probably 15 pounds more than Canelo Alvarez as well. So it's gonna be interesting in the beginning. I'm gonna say it like that. I think it's gonna be an interesting fight in the first half of the fight.
It's gonna be a great fight, man. Listen, I'm excited as a boxing fan. I started boxing because I was a boxing fan. You feel me? I started boxing because I'm a boxing fan first. So, you know, and then from there, obviously, I became a coach years later. But I always get excited when there's a fight that I can really be excited about, man. And this is one of those fights, for sure.
But thank you for having me, my brother, Coach Anthony.
Yo,
cop his training.
Go ahead. Finish.
Hey, Cobb, smash the like button. Coach Anthony training regimen. He's the best in the world. Yo, good looking out, man. God bless you and your family. Peace out, my brother.
Make sure you follow my guy. Put all your information in the comments right there so they can follow you, man, just in case they don't already follow you. I'm pretty sure they do already if they like boxing.
Oh, they better. Mr. Moonshine. Peace out.
Yeah, that's my boy Moonshine, man. He does lives. So much I can't even keep up with him no more. He has interviewed every single person you could think of. He's just a real dope at what he does. And he be doing lives, yo. Moonshine's so crazy. I done did a live with him one time, we started like at 10. You know, I was on there till like 12. I done closed the laptop, decided to go play some video games. 3, 4 in the morning, I'm still up. I go on YouTube. He's still on live. Like the dude's been on live for like 10 hours straight. That Moonshine's dedicated. Make sure y'all follow him, man. That's my guy. Real good dude, man. Real good dude. All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Warp Speed, thank you so much for the contribution. And the boxing gods have smiled upon us and blessed us with another great weekend of pugilism. And on Cinco de Mayo weekend, rejoice. That's a fact. 100%. 100%, man. This is definitely a fight that we've been looking forward to, and it finally is happening. I wish it would have happened. You know, not too long ago. I wish it would have happened sooner, but hey, man, it's happening. That's all that matters. Somebody said Canelo cut Calero off. I agree, but Canelo is much better today. He has approved so much sense, in my opinion. Well, he's gonna have to, you know, this weekend, he's gonna have to be his best version of himself for sure. Canelo Anthony Joshua, I guess Joshua, got that private school vibe privilege. You on top. Canelo Anthony Joshua got that private school vibe privilege to be on the top. I guess that's what you mean. Yeah, they kind of do. They kind of do. You know what I'm saying? But they earned it. You know what I mean? See what else we got going on over here, man. See who else, man. Talk to me, people. Anybody else want to chime in before I get off of here? It's been fun. I'm gonna give y'all one last opportunity to get in here. We've been on here for about an hour now. I usually only do these for an hour, but I'll give y'all one more chance. Nobody chimes in, I'm just gonna get it and get out. But guys, don't forget, man, go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. Check out the courses. CA Boxing, no, CA Cinco 60. There you go. CA Cinco 60. You get 60% off. I got the How to Box the Opposite Stance, the Philly Shell, everything. And everything has been upgraded. Everything is much better than it was before. I put a lot more into the courses, and you're going to get them actually at a better price than before. So right now is the time to get it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys check that out. We got somebody upgraded. Everything is okay. What's up? Oh, he left. Okay. Thought we had somebody. All right. Give y'all about 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. There goes the link. 5 more minutes. But yeah, go to the website and check out those courses. And I need you guys to help me with my YouTube channel, help push it up. Man, I've noticed that the numbers, man, they're not where I need them to be. I need them numbers up here. So I need you guys to share the YouTube, comment, say anything. Tell me what you're looking for. Tell me what you want me to drop so I can go ahead and give you guys what you're looking for. You know what I mean? I see here. Golden Boy be sleeping on their fighters. That's why Nelo haven't fought Charlo or Boo Boo. I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason. Maybe. Been following your knowledge for years. Hope to convince my wife to let me buy some. Man, come on, man. You got to run the household, Larry. You can't let your wife make those decisions. You got to make them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a Coach Anthony hat, man. That's a Coach Anthony hat. You heard? Coach Anthony, CA. Canelo rocking my hat. Yeah, man. Blue Blood Sports TV. Salute to you, Coach Anthony. Salute to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. I gave y'all chances to hop on, but now I'm about to log off. I want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody who came on tonight, and I might come on like 2 more times this week to keep it a buck. I might come on a couple more times, this week, and maybe have some surprise guests for you guys. And we're gonna keep this fight week going, man. This fight, we definitely gonna keep it going. So you already know, man. And share the live, man. Share the live. Thank you for your love and support.